Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 2 of playing Old World until I'm good at it, or slightly less bad. My name is Matt Bowyer. We. So I played Old World in a different game last night, so I need to kind of remind myself I'm at war with the Scythians and the Vandals. The Danes are okay with me. That's kind of all we've got so far. 2 cities. It's all gonna be okay. Alright, let's move on to turn 8. We already have an event that is popping up. And now we've encountered our first other player, Tamilikam. Scouts encounter an expedition of strangers following a similar route. They call themselves Tamils and hail from a distant land beyond the horizon. Sharing a cordial meal, the two groups exchange stories and souvenirs. How shall our scouts conclude this meeting? So we can hand them some money, which will make the nation like us more to start. We can do nothing additional, or immediately declare war on them. One of the important things to do in this game is keep an eye on... Close that. Now that I've met them, we're going to cover a couple things before we respond to that. Here's where I found them. This scout came into my visible realm, and I do get to see where their capital is. It is closer to me than maybe I would prefer. And I can see they have 3 cities to my 2. In power, they are stronger than me. They have a larger military. And they are smarter than me. They have more technologies. That is normal for the level I'm playing on, which is... The AI in Old World does not cheat. They do not get fake resources or anything. You do, or like just given armies for free. They are playing primarily, I believe, by the same rules that the player is. But it does start them out. You can elect to have them start with an average of 2 cities and 2 technologies already discovered, which is what I do. So they're doing okay for themselves. And they are not at war with any tribes. I do not want to go to war with them. And by default, they are upset with me. Why is that? Because we're kind of close by. 180 bucks. That's 3 turns worth of gold to have them be kind of chill. Let's have them be kind of chill. Here's a gift. Great. I was hoping this would pop up. As the laws of the court are read out to the people, the court themselves are engaged in celebration and merriment. One of the court scholars rises to give a speech. I timed that with the cat moving the curtain a little bit, but she's not coming out. A civilization is not a static being, but a dynamic entity built on the decisions of the people within. The laws of Persia have taken their first shape, painting a picture of our future. Praise to King Cyaxares the Gatherer. As you reflect on your path, ambition swells from within. What shape do you wish for this fledgling nation? This is... We're going to get our first ambition here. Do I wish to control 5 workers? 6 farms? Or clear 3 tribal sites? One of the ways to win is to get 10 of those. I'm already at war with a bunch of tribes, and I have not cleared this other barbarian site. So to clear 3 of these, that's where I'm going to be putting my cities. That is what we're doing. I will carve out a place for our people. Generally speaking, yeah, complete 10 ambitions and legacies to win an ambition victory if enabled. Completing them will also grant you a permanent boost to legitimacy. Legitimacy is good. Get our kill there, have that guy stop shooting me. Not enamored of this judge. A weird knocking. Let's handle the scouts first. Got an empty city site there. That's mine. Barbarians here. Citrus and wheat. Food income is okay currently. Do I want to know what's going on up this way or that way first? I want to know what kind of city this is going to be. If I go that way, can you reach? Yeah, you can reach me. So, what? Red. It'll be fine. Is the game giving you money just for discovering resources? Yeah. Yeah. You know, good point. Let me pop back on that so you can see. I love undo. When I scoot down here, whatever you can harvest on something when you first discover it, you get that as a one-time bonus. I get a little bit more when I actually harvest because that's what Persia does. I am going to keep that showing what I was... Okay, well, I didn't go down into the sand. I just went up to here and I'll get shot. Or clobbered, actually. As for you, my friend... I feel like I should have been listening to the music in this game perhaps more often than I do. I think it's lovely right now. Scythians are gonna stomp me. That's actually not where I meant to click. I meant to click up there. There. 9 orders, nothing to do. We are going to put a governor here. It's just going to help me get XP. This person will get better. It doesn't dock that much money. Slinger in 4, worker in 7. 3 tribal sites. My next focus... Yeah, you're going to come hit me, and it bums me out. Okay. Egypt. Our scouts encounter a party of Egyptian soldiers whipping a man bound by his wrists and ankles. The warriors accuse the man of inciting rebellion, of stalking members of the royal family, and attempting to infiltrate the treasury. However, the victim insists that he is innocent of the crimes. Our 2 options. Follow their advice and move along, which will make Egypt like me more, but give me a 25% chance to become cruel, which will make all of my cities worse at training important growth things like settlers and workers. Or fight them for possession of the prisoner, at which point I will save this cool guy, this scarred righteous orator, and bring them into my custody. So if I was an orator, diplomat, or builder, if I was under the regal tag, or if I was thoughtful, judge, scholar, or schemer, I could just convince them. I'm the other ones. So I'm going to punch them in the face a couple times. Egypt is much weaker and competent. I do not fear them. I do not respect them either at this point. I will in the near future. So, give me the new courtier, please. Thank you very much. They will be welcome here. Oh, good. Thanks to getting divination. So, you ever gambled with a priestess? Oligarch Tiridates of Para asks over his 3rd wine cup. I mean, they are supposed to see the omens and future and all that, yeah? So how come they're never rolling the bones? He pauses for a long, contemplative look in his drink. But we don't have to wonder. You're the God's damned king. We go find one right now, bring out the dice, see what they got, eh? So, among the trade-offs of these is I can either disappoint The head of one of my families, my clerics, which how this person feels about me is applied as a just a straight up effect on how the entire people feel about me. Or let's just go gamble some priestesses. That sounds fun. Does it look like? Do I look like somebody who's going to use his head? Absolutely not. Thank you, my lords, for the generous offerings. The priestess allows herself a quirk of the lips as she gathers assorted coins and finery into a jangling bag. Please do come again any time, but now I must prepare for the dawn prayers. As, moments later, you and Tiridate stand looking at each other outside on the temple stoop, he only shrugs and says, well, I guess that answers that. Oh, I can make him dislike me even more, or take a risk to become superstitious. Or maybe pious. I think I've seen the error of my ways. I don't want to piss off an entire family at this point. It's these numbers aren't that bad until they get. So there are levels of opinion. Below, when you get into the negatives, it's not very good. When you get into negative 100 or worse, you start running the risk of them mustering troops, rebels, in their cities that could be troublesome for you. I will risk becoming superstitious because I've got enough other people to help me out for science. Heal, which is 5 HP. If I didn't do anything, they would heal once per turn, but I do need my friend here to be fine. And now I need to keep exploring. I don't know what the head of your clerical family was expecting here. Yeah. I don't know either. Cool. Some olives. I've got 2 moves remaining. Oh. Lots of vandals around here, but let's hide in the woods. I cannot be seen. I cannot be harmed. Great. Other scout. Harvest salt for a little more of many things. A little more culture. And then you get more visibility stopping on a hill. So I like to do that given the opportunity. My leader is idle. I could go try and gamble and get my money back. But now we need to do research. Hmm. Do we have horses nearby? We have horses down here. Any other horses nearby? Got a little bit before that becomes a huge issue. They might have horses. Military drill is going to get me a good urban building type. It's going to get me barracks, which will make my cities better at training units. And those are valuable. I have running an influence mission to try and get my gambling buddy here to like me more, which will help keep that family positive as stuff goes down. If you get them above 100, if the family is above 100, all of their cities will get a little bit of a buff effectively. I am superstitious. Our science is slowing down. And, oh, wow, they can both trigger. That I didn't know. I'd almost never take options that would make me be worse at science. But this time I am. A massive edifice surrounds this hilltop city in the clouds, which looks to have housed many thousands of citizens. Shattered by tree roots and overgrown with dense foliage, the settlement appears to have been an early Danish capital. Restoring the crumbling ruin might improve relations, or it could end up a waste of our precious resources. The Danes, one of the other tribes, the one that is not currently wanting to fight me, Ew, much stronger. Don't like that. Get XP and 80 opinion for 40 turns. Or a lot of stone and a lot of iron. I like valuable materials. I'm out here worried about myself. Each unit can have up to 5 promotions. They cost increasingly more XP. Since I know I've got Scythians over here, I'm going to make my slinger here a Horsebane. So instead of just, this is like 5% in everything, this would be 25% if a horse is involved. Both attack and defense. Take that, Scythians. Out this way. I do want to keep exploring what is around here. Okay. Now we need to name a forest. Who wants to name the forest? God, my voice. I've been in meetings all day. Oh, hey, Cat. You want to come up? Come here, baby. Yeah. Jane's here. Slightly out of frame. Here she is. Are you Persia's sacred beast? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Someone name this forest. Please. The Unsherwood Forest. All right. Oop. Okay. That is the edge of Paji. Much stronger. I mean, of course they are. Hey, Kitty. What are we doing? Are you heading out? And so they discovered that landmark first. They named it. But I do get a point for having found it at all. Nothing else we can do. 7 orders left. Persia has so many orders. It's gonna be okay. Hi, Egypt. What's up? Our spies report that their contacts in Tamilakam and Egypt may be amenable to diplomatic discussions, improving their relations with us. Where should we activate our envoys? So I can send 70 iron to Tamilakam to get their king to owe me a favor, which is a slight opinion boost now and will later on often lead to an event where they cash in the fact that they owe me a favor to send me something. Same thing for Egypt. I don't send them anything, but I do give them 75 science, which I don't really want to make them. That's a lot of turns in comparison for me. Or, because I'm pious, thanks to my gambling debts, we're going to inspire them so much they're both going to owe me a favor. Our pious ways inspire their people. I love that the traits that you have will so often factor into how you solve events, not only along with having events trigger in the first place. Our silver mine is done. Our money issues that we didn't really have to begin with are over. And now we're about to introduce a new wrinkle into the world. Religion. Although, not right now. I need to... Yes. This is the one I want to found. But where? So the Shrine of Mithra is going to make every ranged unit I make here just gain a free level, which is huge. It's such a good shrine. I just need to decide where to put it. Right here. Clear this land. I've got to spend 2 extra orders to chop it. I'm going to get 10 wood each time, because if it's a scrub, this will do it automatically. We're founding our pagan religion. And why don't you finish your exploration there? Good. Go there. Marksman, long range. Love it. That's the one I was talking about the other day. Get some stone. Get some money for the horses. Keep moving around where I am safe here. Heading out? You don't know what you're doing, do you? I do not wish to move any further. Otherwise, they will come up and clobber my poor scout. End turn. Tamilicum is positive. Egypt is slight negative. Influence successful. Plus 40 opinion. Whatever. So I look a little weak in the process. I'm fine with that. It seems Governor Sheeran the judge, the person that you didn't want to put there, but you did anyway, has finally pushed her luck too far. Outcries in power over levels of taxation have brought royal scrutiny, making it apparent Sheeran has been siphoning significant funds from the city's coffers. I got that because she's corrupt. It's going to lose a level of happiness and gets increased taxation, which is going to make more unhappiness pile up, but it does give me more money. Come to an arrangement. Okay, so vengeful is one of the bad things. There are so many things, so many levels of opinion people can have with your leader. Vengeful is definitely one where that's going to open up a lot more events where people are just going to want to try and come kill you or really ruin your life. So basically, I can get this person to like me a whole lot and honestly get a we're going to come to an arrangement and we're going to add some estates. Is it really a ruler game if people aren't trying to kill you? Yeah, fair point. What estates do is they make your city worse at making units, better at getting culture, and some good happiness stuff there. Also, they look nice. Look at that. Look at these rich people. I hate them. Alright, there's a slinger. Now, what to do with my units? There's really no one over here. I could leave these barbarians for a couple turns. They're not going to come bother me significantly. But if I can get these Scythians out of the way, I can lock Tamilicum a little bit. Estates don't count as an urban tile. The rich people and their county isolation. That's true, they don't. And to make when you're planting, you can't plant a building unless you drop it from a very large height. You can always build an urban building like a barracks, like a range, like a theater in any of the spots around your city center, or if it is on a tile that is bordered by 2 or more urban tiles. If I wanted to pave these goats, I could do so. I'm not going to, though. That would be weird. Down here, when we're not making a rancher yet, we're making another unit. Unlike Civ, Old World does not mess around when it comes to the number of units that you need. Go ahead and heal you, and now let's keep exploring. We get a new cognomen because we've been routinely harvesting things. That gets me more legitimacy. That gets me more orders. That makes my people like me more. Crab apples. A grinning barbarian chief comes before you, bowing with respect. She explains that it is customary among the Thracians to show their prosperity by offering gifts to new acquaintances. How should we respond? They'll hand me 120 bucks. I can give them some food back to get 120 bucks, give our own, and become humble. We're going to declare war on them right away. I'm going to try and get a little bit of my science back. Is there a way to grow your city besides suburb creep? Yes. Well, no. Why would I be humble? Do I look humble? I don't look humble. I look like I'm bold. I'm bold and superstitious. It was probably poisoned anyway. If you mean grow your city borders, urban tiles, when you place them, will always expand to get anything adjacent to them. Like, I'm getting this shrine here, and you can see when I mouse over the 3 tiles that it's going to pop up and grab, the ones adjacent to it. I don't understand how adjacency works for water tiles. It's not super important. But it's going to grab these 2, where then I could put improvements in them. There also is... There will be events every now and then that will get you border tiles. And there is a bonus tech that will also give you the ability to get a bunch of, it's called border boost. And it's very nice. I'm gonna get killed if I go up there. Hide in there. You, what's going on over here with the Scythians? Okay. Not much. Hey, Jane. Let's put a general out here. Queen Consort Cassandane. You're good at fighting horses. We've got 2 Horsebane Slingers. It's over for them. Or me. One or the other. And I'm going to do that influence thing to keep Tamilikem happy. Maybe. Because I don't want them to come pave me. Legacy's been secured. We've had a baby. I can name this child after my wife, who is not thrilled with me. Or here are just some other names. Boron. Moments after your daughter's birth, one of the servants who assisted in the delivery approaches you. She presses a battered but bejeweled locket into your hand. It can be locked and unlocked with a tiny key. To remain fruitful, simply turn the key, she says. But to slow the seed, you must lock it. You don't know what to make of the woman's strange utterance, but the amulet does look valuable. So, I have to get rid of this right away because I'm superstitious. I'm afraid of it. I'm afraid of everything. I can't trust anyone. I must get rid of this amulet at once. Thank you for the 2 bonus orders, I suppose. How close can you get this turn? Combat guard besieger attacking urban tiles when or Highlander. I'm gonna make you one of my big attackers. You, holy god, you'll do 13 points of damage by hitting them? I should probably do that. That's so much damage. Holy crap. Our scout was recently caught pilfering a wagon load of newly discovered silver, and he is now brought before the court for justice. The man pleads for his life, hoping that a life of service to the throne will be enough to earn his freedom. Oh, I'm gonna kill him. I feel like losing to legitimacy is not a big deal. Trading out one of my 2 scouts for +2 legitimacy and then getting better units by being resourceful. Or I am resourceful by becoming strict. It's just kind of funny. And I'm superstitious. I feel like everything... I like role-playing. The scout is dead. I do wish I had the scout, but it will be fine. Speaking of wishing I had scouts, that scout's in so much trouble. Nowhere to hide. Fruds. Sorry, is that Assyria? Ouch. A group of curious Assyrians appear on the path ahead, as if expecting our men. Removing all weapons, they place them on the ground at their feet. The leader, who speaks our language, expresses excitement over this momentous meeting, offering a gift of fine meat and wine. Assyria means us no harm. Or so they say. They are already upset with me. Assyrian ways are not our ways. Superstitious. But I can't be... Superstition is not paranoia. You know, let's keep someone out here somewhat happy to see me. We will accept this gracious gesture. 70 food, -2 legitimacy. Why do you have an archer? Also, I lost my other scout. So maybe that was a bad decision that I made, getting all my scouts killed. In the last few years, your wife Cassandane has demonstrated a natural aptitude for public speaking. She now requests training in the art of the law. Shall we grant this request? Yeah, I can afford it. Someone needs to like me. We'll hire a former judge as a tutor. Okay. Well, my turns are going to be a lot faster now that all my scouts are dead. You get more XP if you kill a unit, which is why I'm making sure that my leader here gets the kills. 19 orders left. This is gutting. Stop it. That's rude. Egypt has gone to war with the Vandals. Tamilakam likes me a little bit more, and we founded Persian paganism. Some weeks ago, our scouts ate food offered to them by Assyrian travelers. Shortly afterwards, they began to suffer from a series of seemingly unrelated illnesses, and now they have started succumbing to the lethal affliction. The food was laced with poison. Was this a cruel prank? An act of political aggression? Or even a plot against you, the king? We may never know. We can not listen. You know, I'm not declaring war on them because they're stronger than me. I will demand justice in the courts. I demand financial restitution. Please stop shooting my poor guy. Heal my poor worker. You, other worker, what shall you do? Will you... make a pasture for me? For the extra growth? As I train up a new oh god, right. I have the estates here. It would be 12 turns to train a unit. I... I have regrets. Settler in 9. Settler in 7. Okay. That would take a while. Well, anyway. Stop it. Run back. Heal. Leader is idle. The family's already really psyched. What if what if my wife liked me? Can you imagine a wife liking you? 90s stand-up comics told me that was impossible. Well, now she's pagan. It takes a while for barbarians to actually come into your territory to attack you. Like, they don't do that right at the beginning of the game. But they're kind of cool with it in other ways. But I can get all the way there. So. Oh. Holy God. That was a critical hit. Double damage on 11 is more than 20, which is the maximum hit points a unit can have. In an act of supplication, the surviving Scythian nobles offer you a wealth of jewelry, fineries, and icons representing their culture. As conqueror, you are expected to wear the traditional raiment. Our generals grumble behind your back, but there's wisdom in appealing to the newly vanquished. I don't need to sell them. Keeping... These prizes are mine by right and rule. I want it. I'm going to wear it. The Scythians like me a little more. I'm currently murdering them. It's not going to have a big difference in that. But the regalia of the conqueror will make every tribal leader like me a little bit more. So I'll wear that. And we have now claimed a new spot. You, friend, need to get to work. And doing this shrine has the potential to be absolutely massive. If I just had somewhere I wanted to put it. Right here will be fine. Shrine of Atar. Lumber mills are a lot later on, but one of the things I really like about this game is you can put reminders in that I want to make lumber mills in all of these spots. And then when I select my worker, I can see that I want to do that. 11 leftover orders. Not good. But I do have a new warrior finishing up. My wife is the head of the religion. I feel like the religion head is always someone who is not very thrilled with the fact that you exist. That's my experience with this. Okay. An emissary arrives from Tamilakam with an offer of peace. We wish to expand our trade routes with your nation. The ores mined from your lands are renowned for their strength and quality. We desire to purchase more from you. So I can send them 70 ore, and we will be at peace, meaning they cannot attack me. And then we can run around in each other's lands. And also they just like me more. I will do that because I was worried about them. We have made peace with someone. I find that to be delightful and very valuable. Okay. I'm making a bid at founding a religion. Wait. Hold a moment. Why can I do that? Can I not rush you? Huh. I think it's something that judges can do. No, no, you're a scientist. Oh no, you're a judge. Scientist is just your name. Hurry projects and specialists with money. Hell yeah. I founded a religion. Okay, so paganism and let's let's pop over into that. Where's the religion set? So there are world religions, which are Zoroastrianism, Judaism, Christianity, Manichaeism, and Buddhism. And then there is your paganism. Paganism comes from making shrines. By default, there are each nation has 4 shrines, and you are limited to one of each shrine in your kingdom. There are laws that can change that. You will be the only person that has your pagan religion until someone else comes in and conquers your city, and then therefore that city is has Persian paganism, and they'll have to deal with it. World religions, multiple nations can adopt, and they have special buildings like temples and monasteries that provide bonuses to the city that they're in and your entire nation. They're also another way to keep your families happy. I like playing the religious game. One of them is to have 2 ranchers, which come from specialists on pastures. That's what I'm working on right now. So I'm going to do that and rush it for 320 bucks and 16 points of discontent. Don't worry about it. Discontent's not really a problem until it is later on. But that means I'm not spending too many turns just doing this. Also, this warrior is going to come down here and murder that guy. And I'm just going to start shooting. Wish I could bring another unit up, but I need to guard this location. If I leave it for 10 turns and no one's on here, it can end up, it can turn back into a Scythian encampment. And as long as I sit here, you see my name is on it, they can't come and found a city on it. Only I can. But I need settlers, and settlers are expensive. Good timing. Tamilikam's gone to war with the Scythians. I think another thing I need to do. This empty city site, they will come sit on it at some point. Take a kill there. I will promote. I got enough XP to level up. I get to bump up one of my stats, and I'm going to make him better at fighting because that seems to be what Syraxares is all about. You are going to go on Sentry. If a unit comes close, you will automatically wake up. You are going to kill them. Down here, 6 turns, Settler. Let's go. As for you... Make a mine. Salt mine will get me culture and more money. Idle leader. I have so many orders. Hi, Nathan. If only I had a scout in the area. I know! A scout also could sit on one of those. My scout finishes up in 3. Nathan, both my scouts died. I killed one of them, and then my indecision killed another one. Alright, that's the religion. You're not really even doing anything right now. There's not much you can do. Keep influencing family heads. So that's just good overall. Dang. It's gonna take a little bit. Free promotion? Steadfast is nice because it means I would do a lot more damage to tribal units. But there's a point where then there aren't any more tribal units. So I'm gonna make this a good defender. And now put a general on. Not too worried about this. There's so many people in the way first. Assyria's gone to war with the Thracians. That's their advancement strategy. A delegation from Egypt is sent to help settle a minor dispute that is brewing between your two nations. At dinner, one of their parties speculates on who could beat the gods of war, leading to a spirited debate. They put forward Patriarch Jose of Menefer as the best candidate. Egypt's not thrilled with me, but Egypt is weak or incompetent. I can agree with them, at which point Egypt is very good, but Egypt will like me more, rather. But then the head of my writer's family will become slighted. He will dislike me considerably more, and he can't be anything. I just made him a general. I'm going to boost up my own guy with the trade-off of pissing off Egypt. I boost my own general. I believe in my general. 17 orders left over. I should have kept those scouts alive better. Are you also a judge? Oh, I don't think I can rush here, though, because it's not going to be developing yet. Egypt, go away. This is my Vandal encampment. Oh, and I got beaten to Judaism. Hati's in this game, and Hati also starts with it. Okay. Well, none of that's great. It's not the end of the world, but it's not great. Stab. I'm going to come stand here in the way and shoot. And see if next turn we can take that. Personal religion. Although Persia has no state religion, many people follow their own faiths and practices. The Persian pagan priests of Ekbatana say that the support of the gods will only strengthen your rule and offer to teach you about their ways. Will you accept? Yes. I will convert to Persian paganism. And they'll like me a little bit more as a result. Okay. So, make another settler. I still have an idea to found a religion. We're going to see if it works. It's not critical that I found one. I just want to be able to because it's fun. Why'd that build so fast? Holy cow. What are my shrines out here? One for farms, one for nets. Nets is additional money. We like money. I don't have any nets, but that's normal. And let's make a barracks. Which is now going to cost money because I'm out of stone. That's fine. While bringing down wild game, one of your hunter's arrows strikes a well-dressed woman pursuing the same prey. It is soon apparent both that her injuries are not fatal, and that a crest marks her as the royal blood of the line of Egypt. What do you do? Make a legal claim to local hunting rights and imprison the young noble as a poacher? or provide for her recovery and send her on her way. I'm going to bully Egypt for a little bit. They're weaker than me, and I'm going to enjoy that for the few minutes that it lasts. I also want to see if I can take this site before they do. Research. Have I marked any targets? Not really. Stone cutting is always important. I need stone to make buildings. I'm out now. And I can use some orders, which is good. So you are good. You're good. Can you intercede on my wife? Can you tell my wife I'm cool? I'm gonna gamble. With those bone dice that I got. What could possibly go wrong? Ouch. My gambling has led to an event. King... Why am I gambling with the head of the Danes? King Omeleth's stare can only be described as impassive. Is this a joke? A bluff? His proposed ante is the Orphan Eater, with your own wager being your general oligarch Pharnaspes of Ecbatana. So I'm going to come back and do that one after I move my guy a little bit. Oh yeah, this will do it. I've taken the encampment. While searching the ruins of the Vandal camp, our units stumble across a magnificent artifact covered in strange markings. They report that when the artifact was rubbed, a fantastic creature appeared and ordered them to leave the sacred ground or face a terrible curse. How should we respond to such a story? I'm superstitious. Leave immediately. I'm a fool who would believe the nonsense, and I'm not keeping that. That thing's terrifying. I'm superstitious. Run away. We don't lose the site or anything. So I'm going to gamble with Pharnaspes' life. Roll the dice. The dice turn your way, and King Amleth gives a sullen nod. The Orphan Eater, the commander, enters the tent, face weathered and scarred, eyes coldly sizing up his surroundings, as if calculating the most efficient order to cut every throat. Amleth abruptly stands to leave. I stand by my word. The strongest of my warriors is yours to command. Jane, we got the Orphan Eater. We got the Orphan Eater. Yeah. I cannot refuse such an honor. The Orphan Eater. He's a warlike, bloodthirsty, ruthless commander. He likes me. Everyone likes a cat stream. No. A wildfire has started in Assyrian lands. Fires raging across Assyria can be felt even here in Para. Smoke stings the eyes, chokes the lungs, and even darkens the sun. Few willingly set foot out of doors under such conditions. Can you let go of my shirt? Oh, thank you. The shirt's expensive. I'd like you to not destroy it. Yet life must carry on. Or we'll spend a little money. Everything will be fine. Keep people happy. Great. Harvest that marble. My leader is idle, but I am holding on to my money, right? Who am I kidding? I gambled and got a man. I'm doing it again. I made money off of it. My wife is giving birth to a daughter. Artazostra. Maybe. Yes, hello. Can I help you? I wasn't petting her enough. The leading Persian pagan priests of Ecbatana have come to your court to request that you control 20 coast or ocean tiles or clear vegetation from 10 tiles. The humble emissaries claim the support for their ambitions would strengthen the religion's ties to the crown, an alliance between the gods and king that will surely lead Persia to greatness. I don't know why Persian paganism's gotten into the idea of deforestation, but okay. I can do that. Because the coast or ocean, you may note, that's not where my cities are. And I do like getting ambitions. That's not going to be too hard to do as long as I've got a worker that can just kind of run around and do so. So, do a little more harvesting to try and bump this up into developing. Harvest the ebony. Move you down and move you here and park you. I'm going to hold on for one more turn without doing anything because I need to see how much. My bid for Zoroastrianism is going to take 2 turns. If I can get 2 acolytes before anyone else does, which I can do by rush buying with my judge over these next 2 turns. So we're going to play until I've done that. The queen likes me even more. Great. So first up, let's do this. Urban specialists will have a specific yield they give. In this case, it's culture. And a lot of, they like double the science of a regular one. My writers are so happy with me. Oh my goodness, they are. That's amazing. Oh, 370? That's like nothing. That's no money at all. What is my last city? Oh, Statesman. I might have enough orders for to not have to do Statesman. What do we have in the way of camps around here? So hunters get bonuses from camps, which is stuff like camels and deer. I think I've only got, and elephants. I think I've only got the one real source of it. So we can go Statesman. I do like orders. I like doing more things. I could put the Orphan Eater in charge of the city, which, as we can see with Warlike, he would make this a very good training hub, which I might do for a time. In fact, I know that I will. Orphan Eater. Thank you. The Sassanids are holding a tournament in your honor in the city arena of Para, inviting the best fighters from Persia to compete in mock combat. The final match is between an officer of the Sassanids and a gladiator of the Arsacids. The crowd cheers as the two clash, but who will you support? The Arsacids have had my back all along. I'm going to stick with them. Although the fight is long and tense, at the end it is your favorite Arsacid champion who is defeated, falling at the feet of the overwhelming Sassanid. Sassanid? Who knows? Matt, stop it. Just keep reading. Drinking in the adulation of the crowd, the fighter waves to and salutes you, drawing further cheers and cries of praise from the adoring masses. People will be talking about this fight for years to come. More culture, More happiness. Everyone was thrilled, and the lions got to eat all of these people. It was amazing. They were so happy. Should figure out what's over here. It's a lot of people with stuff to do. Head of the religion. Can we convert someone to my religion? What if the orphan eater believed in paganism? What if Farnaspes interceded with me with the governor to make them like me more as well? And what if I went and talked to Assyria about not hating me? Look at all those orders. We're accomplishing a great many things, maybe. Except for the fact that we have negative stone and lumber income. Tribal raid. Okay. Ah! I missed out on Zoroastrianism too! But I don't get to found any religions. That's okay. So tribal raid means that this city, this encampment most likely is going to send some units up at this city to try and thwack it and burn anything that they find. Fortunately, I have a very good unit nearby. News has reached Persia of the new religion of Zoroastrianism and its first convert. First hearing of Zoroaster's preaching, King Karikala the settler of Tamilakam had the prophet quickly imprisoned. However, after the prophet healed Karikala's favorite horse, the king released him and accepted the religion of his own, as his own. Many in the court are skeptical of such displays of mysticism, but look to your guidance on how to interact with this new religion. So I will bring that religion in. It's still going to benefit me. Eventually. If it were my state religion, it would. Which I could make it. But not right now. We do need to make more units. Okay, so I finished my shrine here, which adds Persian paganism to this city and expanded the borders out to encompass this mine. Which is nice. What are my other religions? All going to take a little bit. And metaphysics. Metaphysics and monasticism. I'm going to go ahead and mark those. Am I? Yes. I needed to get that religion up here because that would be really good there. But I don't have it. We're adopting Zoroastrianism as a state religion. This costs me a little bit of civics every turn, but it makes my Zoroastrian cities happier. And I can make units that require Zoroastrianism, which is just the people that help spread it. Which I could have, the disciples, which I'm not doing because I need to make military units. I also need to make a mine. I need stuff. Go that way. I've got the orders for it. And I do see the time. We will need to stop in a few minutes. Or literally this one. So I was one turn away from founding that. Or no, 2 turns. That's a shame. But funny. I should have thought about that risk because they've spread Hinduism so quickly. It does help to have a strategy in mind, and I'm not always good at that. I've got enough money to afford another barracks, so I'm going to make one, which is going to increase how quickly I make units here. Oh, hello. I mean, I'm safe out here. Oh. Word has reached your ear of an enterprising young woman who hit upon a new fermentation technique not long after harvesting wild grains. This new technique has allowed her to brew ale of a potency that far surpasses anything your men in the field have sampled previously. I've never seen this event before. She's brilliant. Let's give this woman a job, in which case I hire her. Bring this ale back to Saravase so we can all enjoy it. Interesting, but I'm more interested in the grain itself. Order the men to bring back seeds so we can plant fields near Saravase. No, I want the lady. Azamidokt? Azzy, welcome aboard. She's a pathfinding builder. Camps and nets, I don't have any of those, but we have a new person aboard. That's awesome. And that... Hey, 26 turns today. Or we're on turn 26. That's so many compared to what we did last time. 3 cities. 3 more city sites, and these barbarians here. We need to be going faster. And actual in-game progress, not how many turns I play in a day. But I think it's going okay. I fell short on every religion I was aiming for, but I think it's going okay. Alright. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!